Hey guys, what's up? I am here to give you guys my final recap and final thoughts on Danmachi Season 2, or Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon Season 2 on episode 12. All I can really tell you guys that in this episode, nothing much has happened, just hanging out in a village, and we get to know a little bit more of what's been going on. And of course, the way how it ended, that's something else. So if anything else, let's just get this started. We have two that Hestia, Belle, and Ice are resting inside a village until they can get their energy back again and head back to Awario, but not be running into Ares, And we see to it that we get to see that it's just a normal village and there's an old man that's a mayor, but we get to know more about him later, which I'll get into soon enough. But beforehand, Belle would end up seeing a shrine or some kind of honoring to a strange object which belongs to a black dragon. And apparently we also see a scene where Ice does not really like the sight of it and looks at the object in contempt or hatred. We also get to see to it that the mayor ends up having a small talk with Belle and tells him about that he was once part of a familia, but his goddess will later on sacrifice herself to save him, and that's when he ends up being in the village, and he has an adopted daughter eventually. And many more things come in after that, but we see to it that the old man gives some words of wisdom to Belle, to understand not to have any regrets and always honor and love your goddess that took you in. And aside from that, there's a big party going on at night, but apparently that party will later on be interrupted because the mayor of the town is about to die, which is that same old man that talked to Belle about him being part of a familia. But before his death, he ends up getting some comforting words from Hestia, who assures him that she will see him again, And some of the stuff, maybe seeing the same goddess that he actually loved a lot back then, he might have a chance to see her. Though it could be highly unlikely, which is Hestia did not reveal the truth to and let him die in hope and peace, And we see too that Hestia and Belle end up having a little small talk with each other, which becomes a little emotional because Belle is still hesitant about seeing how a goddess could fall in love with a mortal, because we mortals will tend to die before you, and it's really wouldn't it be very painful, And I could see where Belle was coming from that, but Hestia reassures him that she still cares for him and that he shouldn't really get too bothered about these things, and that no matter how many years pass by, should you be reborn, I would like to ask you to come join my familia again. And that was pretty sweet. And then eventually Ice, Hestia, and Belle will end up heading back to Awario, and there will be an extra scene before the real credits with no song begins, and it shows a young humanoid girl coming out and says, "Where am I?" And the episode ends off right there. So that scene right there might give us a hint that a season 3 is about to come, and looking forward to that one, depending on how it's going to be adapted, But anyways, anyways, final thoughts on this entire series in season 2 of season 2. I guess it's okay. I think the Ishtar Familia and the War Game was one of the simple highlights, while Ares, on the other hand, was a disappointment, honestly. I mean, Ares, man, he's a freaking... We all know who Ares is in the history books here and there and mythology, but to think that he's much of a wimp in this episode, in this series, dang, that's pretty disappointing. Anyways, those are my final thoughts. I got nothing much else to say, and yeah, that's about it, people. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Alfazzetto. Have a good day. I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot!